Hello YouTubers. Today we're going to be working on this 2011 BMW 535i, and what we're going to be changing out on this Beamer, let me get the hood open, is the oil filter housing and the oil coolant gasket. It's real common. I've had 3 BMWs and I've had to change them out on all 3, along with the water pump. Those are the first 2 things that go out, is your water pump and then of course these gaskets. Okay, let me say something real quick. It's very important that you do change this gasket if it's leaking oil. I had a customer that put it off for a while, and what happens, that oil will get on your belt and your belt will bust, and BMWs are real bad. That crankshaft pulley will grab that belt and suck it into the motor. I'm serious, guys. I didn't believe it till I did some research on it. And she had to take it to BMW, and they charged her $4,000. They had to pull the pan off, oil pan, and clean all those shredded piece of belt out of the motor, and then it'll destroy your seal in the front of the crankshaft. So make sure you change it out. I mean, I've seen it firsthand from that lady. So, you know, I do, you know, encourage you to change it as soon as possible, or keep an eye on it. You know, keep an eye on it. Make sure it's not all full of oil there. If it is, wash it off till you have time to change it. Just wanted to throw that in there. Alright YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and start taking some of this off. You can get away with not removing nothing, just getting in there, but I want to y'all to get a clear view. Okay, first of all, I'm going to move this rail here, and it takes 15 in the back, and everything's already loose. Just loosen the back one and take off the front one completely. Now you're going to do, just throw this back like this. You don't have to completely take it off from over there. Same thing on this side. Let's do that. And let's take this cover off. Easy. And pull this air duct here off. It's got little, you know, little, I don't know, nipples there, whatever you want to call them. And they go into these slots. Just pull it back hard. I'll use both hands real quick. Just pull it back like this, hard. There you go. And it moves out of the way. And now we're gonna pull. Oh, we have to loosen this, and it's a screwdriver, or I believe it's like a 6mm. I use the screwdriver. Then unhook these lines here. All you do is pull them up. And I've showed this on other videos, but I mean, I'm gonna do it again. Might as well show you again. There, it comes out of those clips right there. There's 3 of them. Now we're gonna pull on this up hard. Set the camera here. Get that glare out of the way. Come on, son. Quit messing up this video. Okay. Get this out of the way. Don't be afraid, you're not gonna break nothing. See, it comes out. Okay, once you got that cover off, you want to lift these on both sides, and you've got these screws there, and they're a star bit 30, teeth 30. You take those out, and there's 2 of them on this side, and there's gonna be 2 on this side too, right there. Okay, once you do that, lift this cover, and you've got 2 right here. These are star T40s. Watch out, because the washers will come out. Don't want to lose them washers. And there's 2 on this side, and 2 on this side. Now up here, set this right here, you've got 2 more star T30 right here. It's 1, 2. Then you got this one that's kind of tricky. It's a star T40. So get yourself one of these little ratchets, a bit. It works perfect. You can get in there and take that off. And that should do it. You should be able to lift this up. And watch out, because the cable to the hood runs through these little notches right here. Set that aside. And now see, you can get a good view from there. That way y'all can see exactly what I'm gonna do. Now I'm gonna start up here in the front, taking this off, and I showed you on another video to replace it with the metal one or aluminum one, because they do break. It's plastic. And it's held on by two 10mm bolts, one up down here and the other one's up there somewhere. But you might be able to get away by just getting a wrench and getting this let me see what it is. It's an inverted E10 bit. I couldn't get to it without having to remove this hole, so I drained some coolant out with this pump. Works pretty good. They're like, I don't know, maybe 10 bucks or so. So I could take this off and I wouldn't drain coolant everywhere. And see, you get a chance, replace this with this metal one, or aluminum one, because they do break. The plastic just gets real brittle and breaks. And you want to unplug this water line here, hose. Just pop the clamp out. That's all you need to do. Oops, and just pull on it. It should come out, and I don't know how much water is gonna come out of there. Okay, watch out this seal. There's a seal in there. Make sure it stays in there, or put it back in. That hose, watch how it came out. There you go, it's in there. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Let's unhook this sensor. Use both hands here. Come on, buddy. I'm gonna get rough with you. Okay, there we go. So I wasn't squeezing the right tab. It's this little tab back in the back. Squeeze it and it should come out. Let's try that again. Now it's all greasy or wet. It got all wet, so it's slick, but put a screwdriver on the back here to squeeze that tab, and it comes out. That out of the way. I think that's all we need to do so far. Okay, let's start by taking that E10 bolt down here that's next to this coolant line here. Getting that out of the way. And like I said, you might be able to get to it on your car without removing that line, but I couldn't. Knew it was gonna fall. Okay, let's move on, guys. I'm serious. I looked for that bolt for an hour and I cannot find it. I even pulled the radiator fan out and I still can't find it, but I've got an extra one. We'll see what happens when we finish here. All right, let's remove this top one here. It's an E10. I think this one's a long one. Yeah, so remember, that long one goes here and the short one. Then let's I got one here, and that's an E12. And for that one, I'm gonna use a little extension because it's kind of in there. It's not way in there where I can use a long extension, because then it'll get caught back here. But okay, where you at? And this one's kind of a short one, so remember where that one goes. And I think this should be pretty much loose. Okay, we got one hitting back here. Okay, let me show it to you. See, on some vehicles you can get away without removing the intake, but on this one, unfortunately, that bolt right there, I don't know if you can see it, it's hitting in there behind all that grease and stuff. The only way to get to it is loosening this up. You don't have to take it off completely, just loosen it up. Okay, that bolt is somewhere right in here. It's hard to see, it's under this intake. So we're gonna have to remove these bolts. I don't know how many it has to get that intake off. And then I already took off 2 screws that were in here. See the holes? and that's what was in here. These two T30, I believe. And I'm gonna try not to, I think that's gonna give me enough slack to just lift this side up. I don't want to go and take all this other stuff off, but we'll see what happens. Okay, let me show you what we got here. We got that first one. They're 11 millimeters, and that's a bolt, and the rest are nuts. And you got 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See that booger there? And the last one, you're gonna have to move this out of the way. And where's he at? See him? See that booger back there? Zoom in. See, he's trying to hide back there. Boom. There you are. Hopefully we can just lift this side with just taking those off, but let's see. Okay, YouTubers, I got him out. Like I said, the first one in here is a bolt, and the rest are nuts. And be careful, guys, when you go in there. What I did is I loosened them up with this, and it was like doing surgery or something. I had a magnet, and I went in there and I grabbed it with the magnet and this, you know, as I pulled back with this, I reached in there with the magnet just to make sure I wouldn't drop them. You know what happened with the other one I dropped? Oh, let's see if I don't have trouble finding that extension now. It's right there. Okay, now this should be loose now. Okay, let's see what else we need to remove, and we can pull that back. Okay, let's pull up this clip for the throttle body. Wiggle it out. Maybe that'll help. Okay, I know there's some other stuff in there. I'm trying to see if I can just move it a little bit. Okay, I think there's some more stuff up there. Okay, there's 2 more bolts down here. See them? Let's loosen those up, and there's another one over here. There's 2 right there. Let's try getting those out and see if we can lift the intake. All right, that's what was holding it. Those 2 right there that I showed you at the very last. Okay, right there, that one. And then there's another one back here. These is what they look like. And I think they were a 10, I'm not sure. Let me check real quick for you. No, they were 8 millimeters, little bitty ones. Now that should come loose. I'm just gonna move it to see if it is gonna be loose or not. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is far enough. I can get to it from here. Let me take this cap off too to get some more room. And it's gonna get messy. You're gonna spill a little bit of oil. Now for this, I'm using this little oil wrench. Love it. Works awesome. Just be careful. If you're afraid you're gonna scratch anything, put some tape, black electrical tape on it, or a rag, and you should be good. Okay, let me get a rag because I don't want to make too much of a mess. Okay, I got that bandana down there. Ooh, that's messy. I'm gonna do an oil change today too. As soon as I finish this, I'm gonna change it, get a new filter. Okay, it's kind of draining down. Either that or it's leaking somewhere down here, but I don't see it. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, let me show you. You just need to pull it a little bit. You know, that's probably good right there. And then I don't have a 1/4 inch star bit. I think it's the what is that? E10, and that's what we're going for. So I'm taking my little 1/4 inch and I'm putting an adapter because all I have is the 3/8 for that E10. I just don't want to drop it. Then I'm gonna slide the thin neck through here, back up, and grab that star bit nut, and then grab my little 1/4 inch ratchet. Oh boy, that's tight. And see, everything's moving now. And use a magnet, guys, because you'll drop stuff, and you saw what happened earlier. It's hard to find some of these bolts. They're like magic. Okay, let me see if I can pull this with a magnet. Come on, don't fall on. Okay, remember, this one's kind of long too. Okay, now it should come off. There we go. I'm gonna set it right here and suck up the rest of that oil. Dump it in a pan. Let me get one. All right, coming out, buddy. Let me get this one before it seeps through. It's all over in the car, which is already too late. I think it already did. Dang it. And that's how that surface looks. And you just want to scrape it, clean it real good, remove that old crusty gasket that got too brittle and wasn't doing its job. Hardened up. Take some brake clean or something and shoot it in there. Shoot some brake clean on there. This stuff evaporates real quick, so it's not gonna hurt nothing here. Okay, now let's start on the other piece. Okay, YouTubers, you want to take these bolts, one, and the other one's hitting it back here, 2, 3, while it's still on the car. I messed up there, but I'm gonna go ahead and take this off completely so I can take this assembly off and wash it real good. Yeah, because if you don't take it off while it's on there, it's gonna be harder trying to hold it and take those, because they are tight. So I can wash it real good. Take it all apart. Ready to do a thorough cleaning. And watch out with these O-rings. Don't lose them. But you can see this gasket's all messed up. It's torn up. And like I said, take these off while it's still on the vehicle because it's so hard. You're gonna have to figure a way to hold it down while you take it off. And it's what did I tell you it was earlier? E12. I think they're about the same size. We'll size them up here when we're done. And yes, they're all the same size, so don't have to worry about that too much. Okay, now let's open it up and see what goodies in here. God damn, them gaskets were sharp. It's just like melted. Look at that. Best way to take them out is get a pick. Alright, let's grab in here. Ah, dang, both of them were messed up. Look at that. Kind of like melted up. Okay, we set this somewhere here. Now this one, look at that. Gasket is done. Clean all that up real good. Wow. And I don't remember where I bought him from, but here's the new one. We got 2 of each. That one. Same one. And here's the other one. I remember I ordered one and I didn't do the job, so I forgot where I put him, so I reordered him. Alright, YouTubers, the surface is cleaned, and there's only one way this guy will go in there. Can't go like this. won't go like this. It's the only way it goes. So that's a no-brainer. Thank God for that, or I'd be lost. And then the other one, same thing. Can't go like this. Can't go like this or like this. Circles down there. It just lines up. Got a few little lips there that'll kind of hold the gasket in place while you put it all together, but we don't have to worry about this one so much right now. What we got to do is worry about this one, putting this in. Okay, cleaned up the threads on these bolts. Just about everything on the beamer, they want you to use new bolts, but just be gentle, don't over tighten, you'll be all right. Sure it's on there nice and straight. And make sure I didn't get nothing caught. I sure hate to take it off again. Okay. Alright, we've got them all cleaned up and ready to put in there. Remember that gasket? Make sure it's in there before I put it in. And you know, this line went this way, so make sure you get it out of the way. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Thought it was gonna stay in there, but I guess not. Take your long bolt, remember? This real long one, right here. I'm gonna hand tighten them first, and then we gotta get that one back there. Remember? Let me go ahead and stick this one first down here. Remember, I lost it. I couldn't find it. Maybe after I put it all together, I'll fire it up and it'll come up somehow. I took this one, had a bigger head. I kind of shaved it down. This part was kind of bigger, so I kind of grinded it down, and it'll work. It's just longer. It's gonna stick out longer, but today's Sunday. I'll have to go get one at B&W. They're not that expensive. All right, I started this one by hand, and then I'm gonna put that one that's tough, but I'm gonna do the old electrical tape trick, because I needed to stay on there while I guide it in there. See, that stays. Now I can go in there, make sure it's in there, hit drop it. All right, YouTubers, here goes nothing. Easy, come on, don't drop it, please don't drop it. Okay, good deal. Okay, let me tighten it by hand first. Okay, now let's see how we get it out, huh? Whoa, come on, I don't want to drop that socket. Okay, now let's give this boy over here a quick tightening. Okay, and see how much bigger this one is? That's all it is. It's just gonna stick out a little bit further. It ain't no big deal. Give it a good tightening. And I bet you I'm gonna have the wrong size on this too. No, I got it right. 8/12. Let's tighten that. No, those were already tightened. I forgot I tightened them when I had it off. So we're good on those. Okay, now we just gotta get that one in the back, the tricky one. It's not tricky anymore. I've already figured them out. And that's an E10. And I'm getting confused on all these bolts. Okay. I mean, that's good enough right there, you know, like I said, you don't want to strip them and then you're screwed. Okay. There, that feels good. Let's get you back there one more time. Yeah, that's good. That's good. There. Now, we just shove the intake manifold back in. See how easy that's gonna be. See if it's easier said than done. Make sure you don't have nothing caught under there. You clip this wire in its bracket again. There we go. Perfect. Alright, YouTubers, we done put all the bolts on the intake manifold, plus these two bolts that were back here, and then plugged this back in. Just pushed it in, snapped it in. And when you do this job, you don't have to take off the cover. I guess you can leave the cover on there, but I did because I wanted to clean everything out. And I don't know what the specs are to torque it. I kind of think I do, but I don't want to say anything and give you the wrong info. Just you can look them up. I didn't look them up. I usually go by feel, and I've done these before. And as far as the sequence, I'm not sure what the sequence is, but I started from the middle and went out like that, and then just tightened them all again, and it works for me. You know, I haven't had any issues yet. All right, I cleaned them up a little bit, and if there's something you can get out of the way that's not gonna take a lot of time, just do it like this. Ain't no biggie. Comes right off. That gives me more access to start threading this nut in there. Come on, buddy. Let's go with you first. You're right there where I can see the whole action. Okay. Now, you go in. And it should align. That's the other one already went in. Yeah, there we go. I'll just start them by hand. Okay. I'm going to start plugging sensors. Let's plug this one back in. Okay. All these lines are hooked up again that I kind of removed. And these lines here, I just picked them up and put them over here. I'll connect this one after I tighten those. And let's go ahead and do this so you can see how it's done. Let me clean it too. Okay, make sure the gasket and that little plastic ring is in there. And you don't have to have this out. You can push it in, and then you got a line, a little indentation here and here. You want to align this one with this one, and then the one in the back, there's another indentation at the back. Once you're aligned, all you do is push it in and it snaps in. It doesn't come out. Okay, now let me get the nasty oil filter. Ta-da, and put it back in. I'm fixing to change the oil, guys, so it doesn't matter right now. I'll put that same one. Just want to put it together and see if there's not gonna be any leaks. This is a dirty rag. There, I tightened it, and there's a mark there where it was at, so I'll put it back to that mark. Okay, I'm tightening this coolant line now. 210 millimeters. Okay. I really don't need that swivel, but it's on there. Be too lazy to take it off. Now we can plug this in. It just snaps in. Now let's do this. Again, this one goes first. Make sure the O-rings are on there. If you want, you can wipe them off a little bit. Maybe leave a little bit of oil on them so they'll be lubricated. Just Just make sure there's no dirt. That one goes in first, and that one. Put the bolt. Start everything by hand. It's easy to cross thread these bolts or anything on the beamer. Okay, I'm giving it a check over real quick. Everything's in place, and we're fixing to put the air breather on. And yeah, those bolts back here that I showed you earlier, yours are gonna be different. I just remembered we went with the different ones. They're not the original ones, so don't mind the size I used. Yours will be different. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, I'm fixing to put the air breather box on, or the filter box, and it's held on by these grommets on the bottom. I think it's got 3. Where's the other one? Okay, and they hook up to those. It's kind of like studs there. So got 3 there. So let's see how hard this is gonna be. I think I'm gonna try to put it in here first. This end, can you see? Yeah. Just gonna do that because I think it was harder for me to get it in here. There we go. And then slam it in here, and it's lined up. All I gotta do is push it down and make sure that's in, and the clamp up. There we go. Now I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this up. I draped that cover over because the sun's starting to go down and it's getting in my eyes and it's making that glare on the camera, which makes it hard to see. So I draped that over and it blocked that sun, so we're good now. Okay, YouTubers, it's all finished. I got it all put together, and I need to just go to the car wash and steam clean the engine, and we're good to go. Let me fire it up for you. Alright. Like I said, I'm just going to go to the car wash and steam clean the engine. Again, guys, thanks for watching. Like always, I appreciate you, and good luck.